Welcome to this look at the eagerly anticipated new map to Farming Simulator 22 on PlayStation 5 with me, MrSealyp. We finally made it here to Silverrun Forest. This is the Platinum expansion or Platinum edition, depending on whether you've bought the game with this or whether you've just expanded from the previous game. Whether you like logging or not, whether you like forestry or not, I am going to put this out there that I think this is the best map that Giants have ever created. It's staggeringly good, staggeringly beautiful. It's amazing. Yeah, I'm not just saying that. I've done a lot of map tours. There are some phenomenal maps, don't get me wrong. There may be even some that are better than this, but this is the best one Giants have done by far. The map looks like this. Most of our sell points and productions are clustered down here in the southeast corner in the town. We start on New Farmer with field 32, 33 and I say field and area 36. We do start with a bit of machinery. There is some other machinery around the map we'll talk about later on. Plot prices, I have to say, they're pretty good. Like that one there, 147 grand, 234 for that larger plot there. We've got some small ones there, 79 grand. These little ones here, 27, 9. So you can get into start your forestry off, get it going without needing a huge amount of money or a bank loan. There are fields to the south, as we can see. And it's, I just think the terrain, the layout, it's got an old frontier town kind of feel to it. It's amazing. There are 20 collectibles. If you've been keeping up with any of the videos I've done on the sort of the blog post that Giants released, there are little carved wooden animals that can be collected. We have our sleep trigger down here in a new cabin. Unfortunately, you can't go into the cabin. We do start with some of the new vehicles and machinery. Got the little Volvo BM 2654. Got the little Volvo forwarder. We got the Komatsu, the tracked Komatsu. We start with. Slot count on New Farmer is 1,228. On Farm Management Start from Scratch is 1,160. Difference is, you don't start with any of this equipment. Like I said, there are some other bits of equipment around the map. You start with that equipment on all 3 game modes and you can't sell it. That's kind of map vehicles. They're not even leased, they're just on the map. Now, as far as mods and buildings and things that have been included, this is not a mod review. This is not, we're not going to go through them in great detail, but I will show you what we start with. Under build mode and under sheds, we do have the bulk haul, 145 grand, 6 slots. Shelter with photovoltaics, solar panels, 395 grand, 10 slots. That will earn you 2,880 a month. Then the production building with photovoltaics, garage to store your vehicles and tools, 565,000, all Herman. That's saying 1 slot. I think there might be already one of these placed. 2,400 a month. If we go, I don't think there's anything under silos or silo extensions. Containers, I don't think there's anything either. Or tools. Farmhouses, we've got these new farmhouses here. So we've got the porter cabin trailer. 10 slots, I think, for each of them. The various different cabins. I don't think we can go into any of them. I do like that though, you can put it on the hillside. Yeah, anyway, it's very cool. There are a few to choose from there. And then we've got this. Well, that's this farmhouse. So it has a sleep trigger. That's pretty cool. You can start off as a hobo with a chainsaw. just live in the woods in your old truck. Bus? I suppose it's an old bus, isn't it, really? That'd be quite cool. I like that as an idea. Anyway, if we go up to productions, we do have all the new productions here as buildings. So we have got the barrel factory, furniture factory, flooring factory, iron furnace. We'll talk about that later on. That's an interesting one. Paper factory, pet accessories, art accessories, shingle factory, wood turner. Now all of those, apart from the iron furnace, are already on the map, but they are available to put extra ones in if you want to. Sell points, we've got on the end Silverrun Market. There's nothing under greenhouses, orchards. Under generators, I've got the government subsidy mod. I'm going to need that to put some money in so we can crack on. Under animals, there's nothing. It's all standard in-game stuff. Decoration, I think, was the same. There was nothing under decoration. But under landscaping, under painting, we've got some different textures here. We've got animal mud, but we've got here flagstones. We've got forest ground. Under trees, we've got all of the new SILVERRUN Forest ones. So we've got small lodge pine, medium and large lodgepole pine. We've got the young ponderosa, small ponderosa, medium and large ponderosa. Then we've got the sequoias, the giant redwoods, small sequoia, medium sequoia, and the large sequoia, all added in. And then under plants, we've got a whole load as well. We've got some decorative plants that are all specific to this map. So that's all been put in. As far as vehicles go, and machinery, like I say, this is not in any way, shape, or form a mod review. I don't know if I'm going to do a garage tour. Quite a few people have already, but anyway, under mods and DLCs, if you come down to Platinum Expansion, you will see that we have the Komatsu 911.5, the Komatsu 951, the Hannibal T50 by Impex. We've got the John Deere 843L Feather Buncher. We've got the Skidder, the 848L2. We've got Volvo, obviously new to the game, the EC250DL excavator, the EC380DL excavator, the Volvo BM forwarder, which I've seen for transporting logs. We've got the Fanselt PM Track 2, the Fanselt Felix, which is also another kind of forwarder with crane. Well, skidder actually more than anything else, really. Obviously, we've got winches as well now. I'll show you that very quickly. But again, now, this is Kotchenrauter, I think it is. The K300R Gen 2. And we move through all the various different equipment. We've got the cable yarders. They're the things I'm probably most excited to have a go with. The Curler cable yarders, more Fanselt stuff. We have got some more timber trailers, new. The Volvo BM2654, the BM Volvo, we'll see that in a little while as well, and that one there. Then we move on to the wheel loaders, the L120H, the L188H, the L200H high lift. That thing is just wow. Like whole log trailer full in one hit. I mean, that's kind of the point, really. Then we've got Volvo lorries, the F16 Globetrotter, the VNX 300, and the FH16. We've got the Manitou M50 forklift, a couple of Schwarzmuller low loaders, and then we move through all the various different Volvo buckets, grabs, pallet forks, there's bag lifters, various different high lift buckets. 10,000 litre one there, that's pretty cool. That's for the big gear, that is. On all of these, at the bottom, if you press on R3, where it says, let's go back, it says R3 combinations, so you can see which vehicles these are supposed to be for. We've got our Paladin SFB 750, that's for breaking rocks. So the big rocks part of the game now, if you are unaware, you do get some jobs, or if you're clearing land and you've got big rocks in the way, you can use that to break up the big rocks into small stones. Then you can take the stones away to the debris crusher or whatever you want to do and turn them into lime. Then we've got our tree planters, or tree planter, rotating magazine we can load up. We've then got a feather buncher attacher for the Volvos, wood grab for the Volvos. We've got a tree sapling pallet. We've got the shipping containers. These are new, 40 foot, 30 foot, 20 foot. And we can change the main colour of those and all sorts of cool stuff. We can have logos on them too. You can put trees into those and sell them as a whole package. Then we've got all of the tree marking sprays all thrown in. So there's a lot of stuff. I've been saying leading up to this coming out, this is by far the biggest expansion with more stuff than Giants have done before. It's crazy. Now we do start with the chainsaw as well, and because we own this little bit of land, I'm just going to show you something just very quickly. This is not, like I said, this is not a mod review. I've got the whole rest of the map to get round. But just because we start with one, I thought I'd show you. So we grab the Volvo. We back up. The Tajfun EGV, sorry, 65. Now this has got the new winch systems on the back, and there are a whole load of them. Some have got double winches, some have got single winches, but these are just, let me just lower that down. Hop out, and look, pull winch rope, out till the, let's go to, where's the cut? Where did I make the cut on that one? Out there, isn't it? Attach that, go back to here, L1, R1, control winch. How cool is that? But what you can also do, I don't know if it's going to be too far away, it might be. If I go to that now, it says attach another tree, L3, it might be too far, yeah. If they're a little bit closer, it's there, you can attach multiple logs, which is pretty cool. Love that. So yeah, just a quick lift winch. So you can drag your trees out once you've done the winch stuff. That's fantastic. Now I haven't tried anything yet. This is me. This is literally, I stayed up till midnight last night, installed the game, went to bed, got up, prepped for the map tour. I'm hopefully going to put out some more videos today. Obviously I'm more console based than anything else. A lot of people are saying, why didn't you do PC release stuff? Why didn't you do it when it came out on PC? Because I play on console. I'm on PlayStation. I know a lot of people on Xbox got it early yesterday. This is me doing it as soon as I've got it. So I know there are going to be people in the comments that will all be saying, so-and-so said this YouTuber has already done that, and they've shown that. I totally get it. This is just going to be my take on it, my look around it, from more of a console perspective. And I have to say already, wow, that's all I can say. The landscape is going to be challenging. With all the new equipment and machinery, I would say, and I've said this all the way leading up to this, if you're not a fan of logging, give it a go. Just have a go. With all the new stuff, it's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool stuff on this. And if you're not a fan of logging, it's okay. You can still come on here, and there's a lot of mods available that will allow you to clear land. Look down the bottom here, we've got a lot of flat areas, and there are some flat areas around the map. Not all of it is hilly. And there's absolutely no reason at all why you can't just clear the land and put fields in. Create your own fields. It's no different to any other forestry map with some fields. It's that kind of pioneer spirit thing. So we're down here at the vehicle store, and again it's that thing. We'll go around as we go around the town. It's so nicely done. Vehicle store is just here. Don't think we can go in. Open the shop menu. We've got our workshop trigger just next to it. This is the reset point as well. I'm going to put some money in just a moment because I'm going to need it as we go around the town. Over here, the famous roller coaster. So for building the roller coaster, as you can see, bottom right, roller coaster, required materials for next step. And I can't remember, it's 11 steps on the roller coaster build. It's all in pieces at the moment. Bottom right, that's what you need to be delivering. If you can deliver those things, then it will then do the next step, then the next step, until you've finally built the roller coaster. And then you can ride it. You can get on the roller coaster and you can ride the roller coaster. So that's the roller coaster. We'll drive past that in a moment. But SILVERRUN Market, sell point. If you bear with me a minute, I'm just going to grab probably the Mahindra or something like that and put a bit of money in. So, contracts are available on this map. Now when I say contracts, this is where things get a little bit different as well. Please tell me there's one there. Right. Got a harvesting one there on the field, but this one here, Deadwood. So this is completely new to the game. Completely new to this. In this area there's a problem with Deadwood. Help the owner and cut down all dead trees. Each tree is already marked. You can sell them afterwards. Now Giants did put up some stuff in their blog post. If you go onto the Farming Simulator website, go onto blogs about tree markings, and they're not necessarily universal across the country, across the world, across wherever you are, but the ones they're using should be on there. If I accept that contract, it says there are 12 trees remaining. If I come out and then go, actually if I go to the map, it should show me on the map the location I've got to go to. So I need to go to that location and cut down the 12 dead standing trees that are marked. Be warned, if you cut down the wrong trees, you can be fined. for cutting down the wrong trees, because they only want the ones that are deadwood cut down, which is pretty cool. So, directly opposite, we've got a gas station. If we go, I'm trying to think which is the best way to go. Actually, we'll just cut down the side of the gas station. Some bits I'll walk, some bits we'll use the Mahindra, and I'm cutting across people's ground. Oh, that's the other thing though. I'm wondering whether there's, let me just check something. Under production. Art accessory factory, shingle factory, wood turner. Is there supposed to be a museum? I haven't come across that. Just realised. I'm just looking at the map. There's no iron furnace on the map. I haven't found that. But if you do your collectibles, there's supposed to be like an art gallery. Anyway, this is the framing building. So this is art. What's it called? Art accessories. If we click on that, the art accessories building is 50,000. This will require planks long. You can do picture frames and easels. Now, what I have also noticed is going through, having a quick look, the recipes are pretty good. Whilst the cycles per month aren't very high, the recipes themselves are. So 64 planks long equates to 200 out on the easels, 84 planks into 210 on easels out. So the cycles aren't very, very high, but the recipes are, which means they shouldn't take too long to get things out of them. So that's the first one. That's art accessories. Across the way, we got Briggs Shingle Company. So this is the shingle factory. If we purchase that, that requires planks long as well. Again, 84 to 210, so you get your shingles out. And then there are various different ongoing products and productions that then require those particular things. Some of them end there. So, for example, the framing just over across the way, the art accessories, the easels. Obviously, there's no ongoing need for those, but shingles there absolutely are. If we go from here, just bounce down there to the barrel factory. So planks long and metal this will require. Barrels, buckets and bathtubs can be produced here at the barrel making. And this is like as we're going around, it's like, say, that kind of old Wild West sort of town that's a frontier town. It's grown up around the frontier town, but the buildings and the way it's been laid out has stayed how it was, kind of thing. You know, it's got a fantastic feel to it. I love that you've got smoke coming out of some of the chimneys. We do have the wardrobe trigger just down here. So at Doris's dresser, we come up around here. It's the next set of productions and sell points. Bounce up there. So we've got the wood turning. Buy that. So staircase railings that just take wood, planks long, wood, planks long. So we've got pepper grinders and bowls. So these can either be done using just timber, you can just bring lumber here, or you can bring planks long. Now don't worry, again with this, if it's not something you want to necessarily do, there is an answer, a solution to that problem we'll get to in a moment. Classy furniture, the furniture factory. We can make armoires, chairs and tables. Planks long or planks require different things, but you'll get the same products out at the end of the day, so you can run both at the same time and double down. So planks, metal and long planks required for that. If we go just across the road here, we've got a sell point. Thrift to me, so vintage clothes and material, fabric can be sold here. Around the back of here we have got Sunnyside Cafe, sell point, that's just here. And then just next door we've got the fire department. As far as I can tell, the fire department, blimey, takes wood chips. I'm not sure why. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, Silverrun Fire and Rescue, the fire department here, takes wood chips back to the Mahindra. Excuse me, sorry, I'm British. Don't understand. Up the hill, we come round to the hotel sell point, just up here. I'm racking my brains now thinking where is the gallery? It did say about that. It's not under decorative buildings. And the same with the iron furnace. We'll have to try and place one of those later on. Unless I'm missing something glaringly obvious. I mean, it's not saying I'm not, but it's not showing on the map. So, next production is just here. This is Flooring Fantasies. This is your flooring factory. Floor tiles using planks long, floor tiles using planks. Again, recipes, pretty good. Shouldn't be too long before you get some stuff being produced. Next door to that, we've got the... I say next door to that, just over here we've got pet accessories. Natural pet comforts. This one, birdhouse, cat tree, dog house can be purchased, or can be made. Planks for the birdhouse, for the cat tree, planks and wool. Gives the cat something to play with, and doghouse just requires, I say planks long. For those, so a lot of, if not all of the new productions thrown in there. Oh no, that's yeah, not the iron furnace. Across the road, we've got the first of the, well, the first I've come to, but not so, depends which way around you do this. We've got the train station and we've got the rent train point. Just there, so we can rent the train. Now, as far as the train goes, let's go back to the map. So we've been all the way around here now, we've done all of this. We do have a train bit here where it forks off and the rail track runs up through the middle. That's not accessible. The train comes down from here, it goes to Elm Creek. You've got a rent train at the top there, so by the time it's come down there, it's already past that fork, and you can rent the train from there. You can rent the train from down here where we are. It comes round here and through, and then it forks again. But it forks that way and goes out to Elm Creek. That is just there as a kind of a branch line, but you can't access it. You can't decide to take that fork. So, let's get around the wooded bit. I say the wooded bit. Wooded, mountainous, picturesque. It's stunning. But the fun doesn't stop there, because we've got some other cool stuff to look at too. So Silverrun Market, I kind of already mentioned, that's just there. Load more of the... honestly, I cannot wait to build that roller coaster. I know loads of people have kind of already cracked on, and you know, especially if you got this on Xbox early yesterday, if you had early access on PC or whatever, you're probably already stuck in 8, 10, 12, 15 hours, probably. Boatyard, the infamous boatyard we've seen loads of pictures of, and building boats and that kind of thing. Once purchased here, and you have to purchase the boatyard, 125 grand. But this, unlike the roller coaster, that's a one-shot deal. You bring all the stuff, you go through all the different stages, you build it, the roller coaster's built. This, you can build as many boats as you want. So once you're in the boatyard, these are the materials you need to bring. I think this has got, how many steps was this? I want to say 6, but it might not have been as many as 6. But for the first step at least, planks long, wood beam, metal and floor tiles. And then it will give you the next step and you bring stuff for that. It will gradually build the boat. Then at 2 PM every day, once the boat has been completed, it will launch into the lake and off it goes for somebody to enjoy. So that's... I mean, again, thinking back to FS19, thinking back to FS17, FS15, that's astonishing. I mean, it's just how much stuff we kind of take in our stride now and accept as, oh yeah, that's cool. But when you stop and think back 2 iterations of the game, 3 maybe, wow, that's incredible. So that's one of the buildings we were talking about. So we're down at the Sawmill. So I'm referring to this as the Sawmill office. Just hop out here. So we did the town area here. We've come along here, past Silverrun Market, down here to the boatyard. We're now here. So this is Sawmill, but I'm putting this as the Sawmill office, so to speak. And the good thing about this is, if we open the door and come in here, and it says open pallet shop. So if you don't want to do the producing, cutting down the trees, that kind of thing, you can buy planks. You can buy planks long. You can buy wood beams, and you can buy prefab walls from here. So if you don't want to do that side of things, you don't necessarily have to. And then you can do multiples of. And yeah, it can get expensive, but that is an option. So if you think, well, actually, I'd rather use something like a government subsidy sign, put some money in, and buy the stuff rather than have to spend the time producing it, you absolutely can. I like the fact Giants have put that in. Open up the side building, or side of the building, large expanse in here, and here's the forklift. Now this is one of the vehicles, like I said, these are on the map. This is a map vehicle. But you can use this here around the yard, or you can use it wherever you like because it's there. You can use it for whatever you want. But like I say, it's not leased, it's not sellable, but it is there. Now I don't think this plot is purchasable. No, it's not, which is a pity because there's a lot of open space here. You could put other productions in or placeables and things like that. We do have a sell point for wood here, so this is a sawmill sort of, but this is a sawmill sell point, not a sawmill as in a production chain. So we can sell wood, we can bring the wood by train, depending on what vehicles we've got. We don't have an unload here for lumber, but we can unload it ourselves and take it to the sell point and put it in. Continuing on, we're going to do a strange kind of route round. And what I love is at this point, as I was kind of having a quick look around earlier, I was thinking, wow, this is amazing, it looks incredible, it looks stunning. It gets so much better. it really does. This is just scratching the surface at the moment. So from here, just whiz up here. The textures, the tree types, some of these trees are just monsters. That's not even allowing for the redwoods, the sequoias. We'll get to that section later on, and they are absolutely massive. So, rural farm south, that's a sell point. I think that's wood chips as well. We're going to continue along. Oh, watch out for the deer. And this is another one of those maps. I've said it every now and again, you get them. Every time you turn a corner, every time you come over a ridge, every time you know, there's a vista, there's something, and this is no different. You come down here, we're going towards the paper factory. I mean, look at this. Wow. Cross over the ford to the paper factory. Now this is the one that does, I think, does card rolls and paper rolls. We can bring our lumber here. We've got a sell wood point just there. But we can buy the production, paper factory for 130 grand. Click on that. So if we want to make carton rolls or paper rolls, it just requires lumber. That's all it needs to make those. Those can be sold, or I'm not sure if there's any other productions moving forward that require those. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Right. We're going to head up and over the top. Back down to the front. I meant what I said when I did when I was talking about the blog post when they were showing about production chains. The point we're heading to now is the Waffle Hut South. Now the Waffle Hut is a sell point, but if anyone out there, if any modder out there wants to convert that and make it into a production chain, so you bring all the various different things and make waffles, that'd be even better. Look at this. Look. Stunning. Like I say, even if you're not into logging, if it's not something you want to particularly do, you still got to say, wow, what a map. It's incredible. And there are some nice plateau areas. There are some areas you can put fields in. It'll be interesting, or you could just, you haven't necessarily always got to do arable. You could find some areas up here in the woodland, clear the trees, and you could put animals, have livestock up here instead. I have to say, even the water, the running water textures, and look at them now, I think it's all been, seems to have all been revamped. You'll see that in a little while when we get up to the mine. There's a waterfall as we go up. Is that on the way up to there? I'm sure it is. And that's like, oh, you know, like I said, you just every now and again you stop and think, wow, look at that. I know it talks about picturesque places you can go and visit and relax, that kind of thing, and you stop and you think, actually, you're really good. So the railway line continues out that way and finishes just there, goes to Elm Creek. Waffle Hut South is just here. We've got this lovely bridge here with the railway bridge right next to it. Again, incredible views, incredible, just, yeah. I'm going to keep saying that because it is. I always found with these, the Mahindra and the John Deere, they can get a little bit floaty sometimes. Sometimes you'll turn a corner, especially on grass and stuff like that, they feel like they're on ice. Heading up the hill. It's up the hill, look. It's another one of those maps. If it wasn't there, you wouldn't know and you wouldn't think twice about it. But the fact it is there just adds that little something extra. Next sell point coming up is Rural Farm. So we've had Rural Farm South, this is Rural Farm, tucked away. And obviously, me going around doing this map tour, I'm just scratching the surface. There is so much more to see. So much more to explore. And the fact you've got the collectibles, it kind of, no, it doesn't force you, you don't have to go out and do them, but it's the sweep of the terrain as well, the up and down, the winding roads. It feels incredibly natural. So, up on the top of the hill there, we've got the mine shaft. And all the old mine workings here. Not to be confused with the roller coaster, but disused railway there. So we're going to head up. So this is where we find the next of the map vehicles. Now I have to say, I wasn't sure, and when again when all the blog posts were being released and Giants were kind of talking about iron ore, and then you would take it to the iron furnace and you would make metal. The sort of intimation was it was out and about in the countryside, and you kind of went, not necessarily dug it up, but you know, that kind of thing. That's not quite the case. The mine shaft here constantly produces iron ore. Now you don't have to buy this facility. This facility is here, and it keeps on chugging away, and the iron ore just falls to the floor. You don't have to buy it. Up here on all three game modes we have these. So we have the Volvo with the back on it. And we've got the little oh, there we go. Yeah, they make full one. So you can come along to here with whatever tools and equipment you're using, grab a bucket load, and that will just keep chugging away. Debris crusher is right next door, so if you want to do any rock crushing, or you've got stones, or you want to put in your own little mine or something like that, you can fill that up, and then when you've got your iron furnace, off we go. So that's how that works. But that's what I was saying about the waterfalls and stuff. Let's just go out here. There's a fire tower, watch tower, lookout point. If we just come up here, just because I just think. It's incredible. But if we come down to here as well, off the side here, we're looking down on the old mine workings from here, I think. Yeah, look. So we'll just scrabble down. Well, say scrabble down. Obviously, that's all closed off. You can't go in there, unfortunately. That would be cool, wouldn't it? So what this needs as well, gold panning. We need some panning for gold. It's got that kind of filter, hasn't it? But all the old mine workings and it's just brilliant. Just brilliant. Right, we're going to whiz back to the Mahindra. Okay, from here we're going to take a Oh, I'm trying to think. We're going to kind of cut across. You can just see across the valley there. We're going to get over to those a little bit closer. The sequoias. We're going to take the fork here, I think. Head down towards the river again, and then back up the other side. As I said earlier, this is not a this is a map tour. We're just having a look around the map, look at the sell points, look at the things that are available on it. It's not a mod review. This is also not a guide to or anything like that, because we've got all the spray cans, there's all the new stuff that's available. I'm trying to think, I might do a video just on the production chains. That being said, we kind of looked at what they all take, but I'm just curious as well as to the speed of them. Just thinking, can I cut up here? Do I want to cut up here? Probably not. Let's turn first. The elevation change on it. Wow. I think I will cut up here. So up the top here, that's not a sell point or anything, but there are so many sell points available that there are certain points on the map you could put extra ones in if you want to, of course. We have another gas station up here, completely different to the last, which is great. And then what I'm going to do, I think, rather than take the roads again, let's cut across. Cross over. Not sure how this is going to work out. Whether this has got enough oomph to get up there. We might have. We're in SnowRunner territory now. Is that a complete escarpment, or can I just try and... Whoa, no, that's a bit steeper than I thought it was going to be. This isn't the route I took when I first came through here, but that's alright. Come down here. So I'm trying to find this track. This is the one I want. Gives you some idea of the landscape though, and then we move into the sequoia territory. Look at these. I mean, come on. Wow. I don't own the land, but I can't remember where they said you can cut them down. Just thinking the amount of lumber and wood chips and stuff you get off those, but you won't get many of those on a log trailer. I know in the real world, I think they're protected, aren't they? Giant redwoods? I'm pretty sure they are. Under legacy trees, aren't they? Something like that. Anyway, continuing on from here, through the redwood area, we're heading to the old Sawmill, top of the hill where the railway comes in from Elm Creek back here to SILVERRUN. Cross over another bridge. As we sweep down here, we come to the old Sawmill. Starting first at the container warehouse. As far as I can tell, the container warehouse is a log sell point, but you can also load the trains up from here if you want to. If you've rented a train, you can load them up. So that's the container warehouse. You can't go into that building. I think that's just the sell point part of it. But obviously, with the new containers, you can load them up with logs. You can store them all here and then load up the trains whenever you're ready. If we cut our way through... That's the other thing we need as well, I think. As well as the fact you can buy the some of the products already made, we need a mod of placeable lumber. So again, if you don't want to do the lumber, I know, I just think with a map like this, with so much amazing stuff that you can do, that people wouldn't play it because they don't want to spend time cutting down trees. We need an alternative, you know. So a pile of lumber you can buy, you can place, and then you can just use that lumber up for whatever. I just think would be just an awesome addition. Anyway, so old Sawmill, just here, 250 grand. Once purchased, this will do wood planks, planks long, wood beams, and prefab walls. All requires lumber in and all those various different things out. We do also have a mill pond here, so you can put your lumber in. Now, as far as I'm aware, like I say, I haven't checked this because it did say it has a mill pond and it takes the lumber out of there and in, but I don't know if it's got an animation for that or whether it's just literally you put it in. Well, there's not a point here that says sell wood, so I'm assuming once you roll the lumber down there, it just sells. I guess what we could do, I don't know if we can buy the plot of land here, can we? I guess the thing to do would be, I'm trying to think, when was the last time I showed you? We came along there, did the rural farm south, we did the paper mill, we then came across there, all the way down here to the Waffle Hut south. We came all up here, rural farm, mine and debris crusher there. We came that way and then up there, gas station, went over the top of there and down there around the sequoias and redwoods. We're now here. What part of this can we buy? Nothing too close. What about that bit there? How much is that? Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's buy it. Let's whiz across there. See if I can just. I'm just going to see if I can cut down a tree, grab a lump of wood, and we'll throw a bit in. Just, I might as well check it while I'm here. It's not the biggest bit of lumber you're ever going to see. I'm just curious to see whether it just takes it. Yeah. Okay. So literally, as you put it in there, it just vanishes. Oh no! Hang on. Look. There's an animation. Oh man, how cool is that? I did wonder. Oh, that's brilliant. I know when they first announced it and there was all the information about it, and I did speculate and say I don't know if there will be, but that is phenomenal. That was a tiny bit of wood, obviously, for that, but that's going to be your set thing. And now we've got 140 litres of wood in there, but mill pond works and there's an animation for the logs going in. Awesome. From here then, to make sure it's at the right turning, I think it's this one just here. We've got another rent train point. So like I say, we can rent the train from here. It's already taken the thought. We could back it up and we can load up containers if we want to. Send them on their merry way. It's not the gallery, is it? So I bypassed that earlier. Johnson's Mill and Lumber. Oh, is that just the entrance to here? I think it might be. Actually, let's double check that. Where are we here? Oh, that's all part of it. I was going to say that's not a... No, it looks like it's just a building. Okay. From here then. Go back across some more bridges. Another railway bridge and road bridge next to it. And then just across the way we've got Waffle Hut North. Another gas station. I'm going to head down. I'm going to put in the iron furnace because I'm curious about what it says it takes and that kind of thing. But the roads, main roads crisscross here, and obviously the all the tracks and trails do. But it's all of this kind of thing as we come down here. Like I said about being picturesque and stunning. But look as we come down here. How incredible is that? The lily pads floating on the water with the shadows underneath. The slight ripple on the water as well. Wow. So I'm going to go and find a plot that we can purchase and then we'll put it on just so I can have a look. Here it is. I knew it was somewhere. The Great Woods Gallery. Here we go. I thought I should come have a look. Right, so here's the gallery. So it's obviously it's not a production chain or anything like that, but as you find your collectibles, it will put them on the little plinths here, so you can come look at the wood carvings you have collected. I knew it was about somewhere. So this plot here, I think, is where we're going to do it. So we come all the way back down here. We come round here. We're now at this point here. Go buy that plot there. I'm going to build mode, go to productions, and let's go to... There we go. So big building, as we can see. Oh. Wow, look at that. So, manage our productions. Metal, yeah, just the iron ore in, metal out. Fairly straightforward, in all honesty. And the fact you don't have to pay for the ore itself, it's just a bit of transportation to get it down here. I mean, that and cable yarding and the winch and stuff, I think I'm most excited about. Again, you look back over the last few iterations of the game, if somebody said, oh yeah, there'll be iron ore and you'll be able to get that and you'll be able to put it through a furnace and make metal, you'll be like, all right, whatever. That's, wow. So that's it. We've been around the map. Silverrun Forest, Platinum Expansion, Platinum Edition from Giant Software. I hope you found it useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.